Hello there, World of Tankers, and welcome to the channel. I'm your host, the T57 Blitz, and in today's video, I'll be playing in the T57 Heavy. This is an American Tier 10 auto-loading tech tree heavy, and it's a tank that I haven't talked about too much on the channel, but trust me, it is a frickin' beast. I still believe that this is quite an overpowered tank, due to the damage output it features, the armor being incredibly troll, and just the gun that it has. Let's talk a bit about the gun, because that's really the only thing that you're going to care about when driving this vehicle. It has 3 seconds of aiming time with .277 dispersion running refined gun. It has 2,700 DPM, which already places this at one of the higher DPM values, even more impressive when it's an autoloader. It has a 22-second clip reload, and it features a 400 damage shotgun with 3 shells and a 2.5 second intra clip. So that means in 5 seconds, the T57 Heavy can deal 1,200 damage. It also has great penetration, 370 on the premium, 8 degrees of gun depression, it's fairly flexible, has good power to weight, decent top speed. All those things are pretty good. What's even crazier is that this vehicle features shell reload boost, meaning that you can take an additional 30% off of that 5 seconds, bringing the actual clipping time down to about 3.16-ish seconds. I want you to think about that. In 3 seconds, essentially, you can deal 1,200 damage in this tank. That's broken. That's absolutely broken. That's faster than the Boss Chatillon 25 ton can deal 1,050. That's faster than the TVP can deal 1,200 by quite a large margin, almost double. So, yeah, in terms of damage dumping potential, the gun on this vehicle is quite ridiculous. And it's not like it suffers in any of the other values. The gun is accurate, has good pen, has really everything you would want. The only problem with the 57 Heavy is that it doesn't feature much armor. And that is a serious problem, because you're not really able to hold anything in this vehicle. This is simply a tank that you are going to play to farm damage. That's it. If you're driving this tank to get consistent wins, you definitely will win, but it's going to be a lot harder to win in this tank than it would, for example, a Kron. Of course, our Kron is camping in a bush in the spawn, because, you know, what an effective teammate. Well, we have the 50B, and we're going to get 1 shell into his tank, and 2 shells into his tank, and dead. Well, there you go. Pretend I wasn't an autoloader there, and that 50B probably would have been able to deal quite a bit of damage to me. But because I am, I brought what was a full health tank down to nothing, and we already only have 10 seconds left on our clip reload. So we are going to make our way over here, and we're going to see if we can maybe sneak behind the AMX M4. Something like that is what I'm really hoping we can do right now. Oh, we have the BZ-75. However, I'm obviously not able to hit that BZ from the current angular. The Kron is flanking behind, and so are we. I'm really hoping that I can get behind this AMX, put on my shell reload boost. Actually, even better than the AMX. We have the T30, 517, 1,046, 1,440 damage in 3 seconds. We are at 2,400 damage already. Think about that. Think about how broken this vehicle is in that regard. I mean, that is actually busted. And this is why, at least I believe, that the T57 Heavy is easily one of the most overpowered guns in Tier 10. I mean, look at that. 183 takes 922 off of me, and in return, I literally take 800 off of him. And I'm a heavy, so I still have quite a bit more health than his vehicle as well. So, now I'm just going to back up. I'm going to reload. Of course, our Kron misses an easy shot, but it's the Kron, obviously, so he's never going to hit an easy shot. He's quite bad at the game. So now we're going to push this FE2 and 5B 183. He's going to be sent by the Waffenträger Panzer IV. The Waffle is most likely going to get a shell into his tank. We're going to push off to his side. The 183 is dead, and all that's left is an AMX-M 454. So we're going to go push him. By the way, we're at 4,000 damage. That's all it takes to deal 4,000 damage in this tank. Just a couple clips. And it really is stupid. I mean, name another Tier 10 that would have been able to do what we did to that T30 in the amount of time we did. You can't. It doesn't matter what Tier 10 you're looking at, it wouldn't have been able to do that. And as we can see, the gun on this tank is equally as accurate. It hits shots. I don't think we missed really a single shot this whole game. It's stupid what it can do. When people make misplays, this is by far one of the most punishing tanks to make a misplay against, because it has the accuracy to connect the shots, it has the pen to make sure it's not bouncing, and it has the damage output to absolutely cripple you. It's just crazy. I mean, especially with shell reload boost, the fact that you can literally permanently track tanks, even if they repair their tracks, half the time you can still destroy the track again before they're able to back up. I mean, it's crazy. It really is. So, here we are, game number 2. What do we have up against us? We have a 60 TP, M6 Yo, T110 E5, and an M5 Yo. That is 1, 2, 3, 4 heavy tanks. Our team is not going the ideal way I would want them to. Our concept, even though he is a haul-down vehicle, is going to town. And so is our cron. Oh, wait, maybe not. I don't know what these guys are doing, to be completely honest, but they're not doing a great job at it. The 57 Heavy, as I said, it doesn't really feature much flexibility. I mean, it has 8 degrees of gun depression, so that's not what I mean. Like, it's flexible on a ridgeline to shoot at its opponents, but it doesn't have armor really anywhere. And that's what I mean, is that you're not going to get too many bounces when using this vehicle, whether you're on a ridgeline or not. You will get bounces. This tank has very troll armor. But in the situation of, like, getting consistent bounces, that's a whole different story. Now, is that Char going to do anything? I don't know. If I were that Char, I'd be getting the heck out of there right now. And we're going to see if he does that. We're going to put on our shell reload boost. There's 1, 2, and 3, and there you go. Even though we didn't get that 3rd shell out, just us tracking him and taking off 753 was enough to get the assistance and get that Char feature 4 taken out of the game. Again, the damage dumping potential on this vehicle is absolutely insane. So the 60 TP is losing a decent amount of health. We are obviously going to reload. And just like that, we have our clip ready. We have the T110 E5 showing me his track wheel. However, our shell did not really like us. We got 1 pen into his track, 2 pens into his track. Both of them low roll massively, but that's still 700 hit points we just took off of that E5 when he was only able to shoot us for 400 in return. Again, I mean, it's crazy. 700 HP, and that's low rolls. Think about that. That's absolutely insane. So we have to reload a little bit here. The Foch is obviously in the back. We have the E5 in front of us. And we are going to aim in right on the side of that E5 if we can, maybe. I mean, we're not able to hit him yet. Kron bounces his shot. We have the Yo all the way in the back as well. And I'd love to be able to hit that Yo, but I just don't know how much oh, well, there you go. 1 pen into the Yo right there. Oh, that one misses, but we still got 1 more shot. There you go. Awful rolls, by the way, coming from me today here. I don't know what the heck I'm watching, but every single shot I fired has low rolled. Good news is that we're still dealing damage, and that's all that really matters. We have the Foch on our flank. Unfortunately, the Foch just killed my teammate, but I don't think it's that big of a deal. The Foch is right off to our side, and, well, I'm gonna pretend like I'm backing up. We're gonna get 1 pen into the Foch. We're gonna load it on this hatch. There's 2, and the Yo is dead. I'm just not even going to bother to reload the clip. I'm going to get 1 more pen into this Foch just because I can. There you go. 475. At least we got a decent roll. Even with all those low rolls this game, we were still able to deal 3,400 damage. I'm telling you, the gun on this tank is just ridiculous. It really is. And as long as you're able to pen even just 2 out of the 3 shells you shoot, you're always going to outtrade whatever it is. Even if it's an E100. E100 does 680 damage per shot. And with your average damage of 400, you still have the ability to outtrade vehicles like an E100. The only thing I do when I calculate this game is my damage per shot, because I fired 12 shells and all 12 penned. We did not miss a single shot. With all the low rolls accounted, we should have done about 3,600 damage, not 3,400. It's not as big of a deal as I thought it was. I had to go back and actually look at the shots that I missed. I missed 1 on the Char because he died right when we pressed the fire button. We missed 1 on the Yo and 1 on the E5. But even with that, we still did low roll quite a few shells that game. Either way, the T57 Heavy is insane. And the damage output is crazy good. This is one of my favorite tier 10s, and you can see why. I mean, what are you supposed to do to counter a tank that can literally deal the same damage as a 183 Hess shell in a matter of 3 seconds with great accuracy, fantastic penetration? It's insane. So hopefully you enjoyed today's video. If you'd like to see more like it, please consider smashing that subscribe button, and I'll see you all in the next one. Bye-bye.